In this example, we want to draw the graph of a logarithm in ALEKS. So we have a function log base 4 of x minus 1. So we've learned to recognize transformations. Anything inside of parentheses is a horizontal movement, and it's opposite of what we see. So the transformation for log base 4 of x is it's going to shift the graph to the right 1. Now a normal logarithm has a vertical asymptote at x equals 0, and it has an intercept at 1, 0, or to the right 1. And this is the shape of a logarithm. We want to shift this graph, including the asymptote, to the right 1. So I'm going to sketch an asymptote here at 1. The next thing I want to graph is the intercept, and the intercept is to the right of the asymptote 1 unit. So I would plot this point at 2, 0. ALEKS requires us to have 2 points, though, to sketch the graph of a logarithm. So to find a second point, what you can do is take your g of x and make it be a y, and you can get rid of the log by doing exponential form. You start with the base of the power and you cross, or base of the log, and you cross over to the power. So my exponential equation is 4 to the y equals the part after the log, x minus 1. So to set up a table, if I want to solve and find another ordered pair, I actually want to plug in for the y variable because it's going to be easier to work out. So just pick any number for y. You can pick negative numbers, you can pick positive numbers. I'm going to pick positive 1 and see what I get for my ordered pair. Positive 1 gives me 4 to the first equals x minus 1. 4 to the first is 4. So to solve for x, I'm going to add 1 to 4, x is 5. So there's a second ordered pair, 5, 1, and I can plot that point. So go right 5, up 1. So ALEKS just requires 2 points to be able to sketch the graph. So on ALEKS, when you graph the function, ALEKS does have a certain way that you want to go with your sequence of steps. So first you're going to pick the correct icon. Now the first icon you see is an exponential function. We don't want that. We want a logarithmic. So I could pick this function here. It's having you place that vertical asymptote first. So we said it was going right 1, place first point. So my intercept was at 2, 0, and my second point that I just solved for was at 5, 1. So go right 5, up 1. And that's how you're going to graph that logarithm. Now if you had a point that was not a whole number point, like maybe you had an ordered pair that had a fraction in it, you could probably plot your point first. So you could pull this up, and that would allow you to type in fractions and so on. And even if you have a point that has a e to it, to a power, you can do that as well. But for this one, I was able to just pick the graph. You click on where your asymptote goes first. So you said asymptote was at 1. You plot the first point, which was at 2, 0, and the second order pair we got was at 5, 1, and then you're done with the graph.